Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of the HBCU podcast, the show, anything you want it to be, with your co-host Hashim the Dream. You already know what it is, and my co-host.
Good rising, good people. Bobby K here, and our fellow honorary co-host slash editor.
While they're not well, what's good, y'all?
Yes,
She got a mic.
yes.
Yeah.
Hashim, shout out for the mic, brother.
You know, I just had, I felt like it's time for us to get mics.
Mm-hmm.
I brought up the topic today, and yeah.
I love how he said that after I was the one who mentioned it before he even showed it.
Where's
But
the
it's
proof,
cool.
Bobby? Where's the proof?
Wow.
Ah,
You know what? That's fine. That's cool. You can have that because we got a nice little topic. So if you watched our last episode, go watch that. We talked a little bit about the GTA 6 trailer, and we gave our thoughts and some of our expectations for the game, the highly touted game that's coming out early 2025. But today's topic is about GTA, but a little bit more in depth and a little bit controversial, or very controversial. So the question we are proposing to the audience and to each other is GTA an overrated game series? And is it the most overrated game series of all time?
Also, is it bad for?
yeah.
Is it just bad? That's what you want to talk about, Wale, right?
No, not for like bad in what way? Because my thing is, it's gonna be it's bad influence on society, on
Yeah.
social media.
You think GTA has a bad influence on society?
I think this one in particular is gonna be the one that actually badly influences people.
Oh, I need to
This
hear.
one,
Yeah,
not
I
the
need to. I
Yes.
need to hear.
past five.
Yeah, past five. I believe this one is the one that is actually bad or going to be bad for people.
I need to hear this argument because I already flagrantly disagree. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, we want to start with this one?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you said we could go into the overrated part after, but like
We'll
you,
go into that after. We'll go to that after. I think it's gonna be a bad influence on society because other GTA's, it felt like it was behind the times as they released. So Vice City, San Andreas, all that, GTA 4 and 5. It wasn't five closer to what recent times are, but it was still behind. And it could have been because of the perspective of the protagonists and where they are when they grew up. But this one in particular, and they said the developer said themselves, this one will be set in present day. This
Mhm.
shit is the closest and up to date any GTA has ever been. So meaning we're seeing live streams, we're seeing people twerking, we're seeing there was something else I saw in it that just it really I guess the whole vibe and atmosphere. I really feel like it's very a vivid reflection of current day society, but GTA is a satire of society, so it's gonna take it to the nth degree. And people, and mainly Twitch streamers, they are very influential. They will take what they see in the game, make it their personality on stream, and now bleed into their viewers and so on and so forth. That I remember playing GTA Online a few times, and there are people that act like they're actual gangsters in the fucking game.
I mean, I think that's part of the game though. There's a
No, no,
section
I
where
mean
like
like
cops
I
act
mean
like
like
cops in real life.
no, I mean like Hashim. Like
I mean,
this it's very
that's
like
but that's part of that portion of the game for online. As long as far as I know, like
but you
there's
know what I mean. You play Call of Duty, you're not a real soldier. But if you lose a
yeah,
game, people will
but
talk shit. People talk the most shit like they're gonna fuck you up in real life over a game. GTA is taken to the nth degree, is what I'm
I just
saying.
don't.
Like,
I just feel like you're kind of contradicting yourself because you literally just said that it is a satirical view of referencing real life images and stuff, which we talked
but
about
that's the
in the
thing.
last
People are
episode.
not going to get that. They're going to take what they see and try to emulate that shit into their actual lives and
I
personalities.
I don't
you
agree with that
could have
because
said.
hey, oh, go ahead, Hashim.
I said you could have said that about the past five.
But that's
Just
the
cause it
thing. The
wasn't with
past
the times
five,
doesn't mean they wouldn't do it now. You
it
know
wouldn't even apply to the past five either, though. To be
what?
honest, because first of all, the satirical part of it. Look at the Boondocks, for example. The Boondocks
Ah,
is a complete because
Boondocks.
we're talking about satire. Let's stay into that pocket. Boondocks is a perfect example of a full-blown satirical show. Everything about the show is related to real life aspects of culture, society, especially Black culture, right? It is playing into the meme, not the memes, because it was way before memes, but it plays into all the real life aspects of scandals and just hood shit and all types of shit, right? It plays into that. So if someone doesn't have the ability to understand that they're making fun of these people and making fun of these things and are not endorsing it, then that's on them. That either shows that A, they're very naive, or B, they're extremely young and impressionable. In regards to also GTA 6 being ultra influential, I hate this idea that a piece of media that's entertainment based is going to affect how people's actions are, as if they wouldn't be predisposed to doing that anyway. If someone plays GTA 6, gets the game, plays it, does a mission, and then decides, I'm gonna go fucking steal someone's car, they was already planning to do that, bro.
No, you
I'm sorry. You're
a
not gonna
lot,
convince me that them playing GTA 6 convinced them
bro.
out of the
You,
blue to want to steal a car.
I'm
you
not
can't
talking
say
about that.
media doesn't influence people
I didn't
because
say that. I didn't say that. What I said, it does have influence. What I'm saying is the idea that someone who's never had the mindset to do something of the crimes that you can do in GTA 6, stealing a car, beating up a cop, doing whatever, lighting stuff on fire, whatever the missions that you can do. If someone didn't already have the mindset or the mentality to do those things or see those things in real life, they're not gonna do it just because they play a fucking video game, bro. That's not realistic. And it's never been a realistic thing with video games or movies or TV shows.
But Bob, you're talking
yeah,
about a person's actual actions. I'm talking about what its impact will have on social media, is what I'm saying. You already see the shift and actions of people from things like simple as Fortnite and on. GTA is a massively popular franchise. So what
Mhm.
what will happen when a lot of these YouTubers and streamers get their hands on it and people watch them or want to play with them? Is gonna I feel like that's gonna be a very negative fallout in the long run.
What are you fearful of of actually happening when it comes to social media and the Twitch
That's
streamers?
a oh man. I don't want to spend too long. That's a very vague. I can't give a concrete answer. I'm just afraid. I'm just very afraid. I don't like what I
I,
see now with the gaming industry and with the streaming culture. I just know that game in particular is just gonna bring some kind of storm. I'm not ready for it.
Hashim, is it me or does it feel like Wale's kind of fear mongering with this fear
Fear
or this?
mongering is crazy.
No,
that's
because
that's a
I
new one.
maybe Hashim can explain better because I don't see the impact of it being as real life like bad as you do. I just see it as a video game where people's gonna have fun, do stupid shit on the game, talk shit, yes, but people have been talking shit in video
I,
games, playing online all the fucking
I
time.
think he's talking more about the people that's going to be playing it and how other people are going to look at those people. If I might interpret it
Nope, you're in the right.
incorrectly.
You're in the right ballpark, Hashim. You're in the right ballpark. Yes.
Not the actual physical act of, oh yeah, this man just shut up a bank in GTA. I'm going to do that too.
Okay, but then even still, how is that gonna be more impactful with this one than the last five, like you asked?
Like I just
Just,
I
so,
just said it. I just said it implements a lot of present day social culture, like in almost every aspect that I've seen so far.
But doesn't
I
every
also,
video game that's come out recently done that?
but
No,
Bobby, I also
no,
think
no,
about when the
no.
last GTA dropped 10 years ago, and
Okay.
where social media is now compared to 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's evolved, of course.
Yeah, you're more, and it's everywhere. If you're not on
Mhm.
social media at least once a day,
Of course.
I'm gonna say you're lying. Because
Okay, so but my again, I understand the evolution of it using social media references and the impact of how it could be in terms of like
You
people
need to
trying to
watch a Twitch streamer of current day You need to know what the Twitch culture is because I'm not even on it. I just see
I'm familiar
every
with it.
time.
I'm familiar with Twitch culture.
Who you be
Are you
watching though?
sure?
I've seen streams. Yes, I've seen streams. I've seen clips. I've seen streams. Yes.
And you've seen the fallout of what it like Hashim said, compared to what's 10 years ago to now, there was not a streamer who was making a whole riot happen in New York like today. You remember that Kai Cenat situation?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was not happening 10 years ago. That's now. Now imagine, and this is like because he got off of like what dating streams and 2K and all that, like him and Ada Ross and all these fellas. That's not GTA. Imagine GTA, which is I'd say basically it's basically a social media hub. If that's what it's gonna play, that's the role it's gonna play.
I'm sorry, but I am a person who our generation has literally witnessed like 5 purge movies come out, and some of them have come out during the social media era.
Yeah,
Which
we're a different
literally
generation, Bobby.
no, but what I'm saying, Hashim, is we literally saw all these purge movies come out back to back to back. That the premise of purge was you have 24 hours to commit
Movie.
any or 12 hours to commit
Movie.
any crime you want and have complete reprieve outside of doing something to government agents and officials.
That's a movie. This
Okay, but it's a form of media, though.
this
It's a
happened
form
in
of
real
media.
life.
Huh?
The New York City thing happened in real life.
Okay, but what I'm saying is the real life, the Kai Cenat riot part had nothing to do with any video game. That was just
But I'm
he
saying,
said,
imagine. First off, he got popular because of certain mainstream games like 2K and all that. Now, imagine, and mind you, I've seen some of his shit where he's part of that GTA modding online shit too. He literally, I'm not gonna say they take advantage, but that's where the viewers can actually directly communicate, interact with these people. Imagine GTA 6, which is the big sensation of the gaming industry as well as the casual audience. But you can believe what you want. I'm just saying, for me, I'm fearful of what it can possibly bring. I could be wrong. I'll be shocked as shit if I'm wrong. But I'm just saying, the way how social media has been these last post COVID, we'll see, bro. We'll see. We'll
Hashim, do
see.
you think this is a valid concern to have
No,
realistically?
I don't. I was just trying to explain what he was trying to say to you.
Okay, listen what I'm
Because
saying.
no, but Bob, you focus more on the
Explain
actual
me.
game instead of like the influencers and the other people that I think he's focusing more on. I personally don't think GTA 6 is gonna really affect because all this stuff already happened. It's in Florida. Wild stuff happen in Florida every day.
Exactly, Florida man.
I ain't Florida man.
He's
Yeah,
not
you are
Florida.
Florida man
Do
now.
that.
Yeah,
Don't do that. Don't do
You
that.
definitely Florida man now.
nah.
Now,
Listen, I understand how culture is a weird thing, is in a weird place now because of the influence of social media and because everything is so present. You can see things, right? We're privy to seeing everything in foreign countries, a lot of the stuff that's going on, right, outside of the world, right? With protests and the genocide and everything that's going on. We can see stuff in other states. We're privy to so many different things. So I get what you're saying in regards to like, oh, you have all these younger kids or younger people who are very impressionable who are playing this game that has such a stronghold on like video game and like people who are into video games, right? My thing is like the kids or the people who are going to act out with the streamers already do that because of the streamers, regardless on what the video game is. They're going to have a parasocial relationship with the streamer because of who they are and what type of streaming they do, regardless on if it's GTA, if it's 2K, if it's fucking FIFA, whatever it is. So I don't personally see how this is going to change people's behaviors or change people's just way of doing things or like make them act out of character, to be honest, in terms of like a mass sense. Is it going to maybe be isolated incidents? Possibly. That's with anything though. Like I don't think it's anything that's going to be a strong concern though.
all right, Bobby, we'll see. We'll see.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll
But
see.
But that does bleed into the second part of this, which I want to hear Hashim from first. is someone on this panel, I'm not going to say who, but someone had the hot take that GTA as a series is overrated.
You what?
So the question, Hashim, is do you think GTA is overrated? A, and B, is it the most overrated game series of all time?
I don't think it's overrated. I don't think it really gets OD hype. Like obviously it's been 10 years.
Huh?
OD hype, it don't, Bobby. It's just a new game. They get hype for any game that coming out. This game not even released yet. It's 2 years.
But what game Hashim has beaten like Mr. Beat? Like for example, in 1 day or 2 days, it beat Mr. Beast's YouTube.
The only
And
reason I guess you could say it's hype because it's been 10 years. If they came out with a game every 2 years or every year, it'd be like, oh yeah, GTA's again.
but the
It's
last game was Red
GTA.
Dead Redemption 2. That didn't get the massive like hype that GTA 6 did.
So you can't do crime in that game.
Huh?
You can't and you can't rob.
What?
Bro, it's not, you don't know it's not the same. I'm not putting in cheat codes, have a rocket launcher on top of my car, and have a 5 stars in Red Redemption.
Yeah, but in GTA, you're not hog tying people and offing them by the neck. Are you in GTA? That's a bit more graphic. Yeah, yeah, Bobby. Yes.
Is
That's in
that is that
Red Dead
all
Wait,
you
you do
Redemption.
that
do?
in Red Dead
No, no.
Redemption?
Is that
That's the
the
Wild
main
Wild
thing you
West. Yes.
say you complete the game? Are you still playing the game like that?
Yes, there's more people still doing playing it like that. Yeah.
Compared to
You know,
GTA?
you're still hog tying people.
Yes. Hog
And
literally go on YouTube. You'll see montages of people going on not self deletion sprees in the most wild, wild west way. And there's a lot of hog time. There's people that would drag people for
it's
miles across the
And,
map.
and
Hog time.
but finish answer your question. I don't think it's overhyped. I think everybody's anticipating the game. So it's not like, oh yeah, I expect like this to be the best game ever I ever played in my life. I think it's just more like, oh, I haven't seen the GTA game in a while. I'm let's get it. Like even though it's 2 years from now.
I
Stupid.
think a little over a year, but the question the question was Hashim was more so is the game series as a whole overrated, not specifically GTA 6.
I think it's rated properly. I don't think it's overrated. There's nothing overrated about it. You enjoy the game. You can play for hours. You can play for hours after you finish the game. There's an online feature now where you can interact with people as well. I don't think it's overrated. Um, each game's gonna have their own audience. If it doesn't like go to you, Bobby, then that's not who they're shooting for.
I think it's slightly overrated.
Ah.
I'm not gonna lie.
We know who's saying it's overrated.
Wait. Why do you think it's slightly overrated?
I'm not in the spectrum of Wale, and we'll get his spiel in a second, but no, I think it's slightly overrated. Like Hashim said, like I think that there's aspects of the game that is fun. Obviously, like the whole idea of the game is to cause chaos, right? And like who doesn't think about and have like intrusive thoughts of committing chaos in whatever form?
I just play the game to complete the game. To give me a mission, I'll do it.
You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So that's what I'm saying. It has value.
I follow the laws, the speed laws. I go 55 miles an hour.
He just capping for no reason. That's crazy. But regardless, for the people who are honest, who want to commit chaos, this is the perfect game for that. Now, that being said, though, is there a lot of different elements to it beyond that? Is the storytelling involved? Is it, things that you can do beyond it that you can like learn something from or something that's like very captivating from it? Not necessarily. It's really for like people's like itch to like do things that they know they wouldn't do in real life. Hence, more so why I said I don't think that influence negatively in people in like social settings or whatever is going to be as strong as Wale believes. But regardless, though, I do think the game, the hype over the game, and with Rockstar games like in general feel like they're very over the top considering I see a lot of people play other games a lot more frequently. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I haven't played games consistently in a few years, so you could take my opinion with a small grain of salt. But
Well, I
Wale,
will.
go ahead, brother.
Actually, what you say?
You
I said
said
I will. And also, you don't play games to learn something. My opinion.
when I say learn
Wow.
something,
I'll play Street Fighter to learn how to fight.
Well, listen, some people
because you
play
don't
some
know how
games
to.
for the
That's your
story
problem.
experience.
Exactly. What?
Yeah, for experience, but he's saying learn something. That's that.
There's not video games you can learn something from.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, then. So why is Hakeem acting like you don't know
No,
what
but
you're
you
talking
saying
about?
games again. What am I learning from Spider-Man?
The
You
power
can't
of
learn from
responsibility.
Stop it.
right. What are
Power
you
comes with
Stop
great
talking
it.
about?
responsibility.
Stop it. He let Uncle Ben die. Spoiler
He did
alert.
not let great power comes with great responsibility. That was the lesson.
Yeah.
How you say spoiler alert after you yo? I
Well,
hate people like you. Bro.
people don't
I
know
can't
that.
stand
They
people
got
like
problems.
you, bro.
To me, GTA is overrated in the sense that if you were, because Bobby, you're in the perspective that you don't game a lot. I'm
Anymore.
not
I
100
used
percent
to.
sure how much Hashim games, but for me, as someone who I follow games like a lot more than you two, to the point where there's stuff like Game Awards. I won't watch the entire ceremony, but I'm invested in what is nominated, what is featured, what wins, that kind of thing, or games that are critically acclaimed or reviewed for whatever reason. I will see people legitimately say, and you brought this up, Bobby. GTA games are a masterpiece, or some people believe it's the pinnacle of gaming, and I'm like,
I wouldn't say that.
why? Oh, the story, the characters, what you can do anything, and it's that last phrase that gets me. You can do anything. What warrants anything? Because you just do the same thing over and over. Where it's like, okay, you can rob a car, kill people, this, that, that, maybe different ways, but you can't do anything. I can't go into any. And mind you, I said this before my last video. If GTA 6 does not allow you to walk into any damn building, I'm giving that shit a 0 out of 10. Because for a game that gives you freedom, that grants you freedom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about since like GTA 4, even maybe in later. I've seen games where the open world um, gameplay style has been really innovative that GTA 6 has not brung at all.
You
I
think it's
can't
too restrictive?
parkour, huh?
Do you think GTA is too restrictive as a game?
Yes, even this mission, even Red Dead Redemption 2, I wasn't too impressed with that game too. It looked pretty, but the mission structure, like, oh, if you deviate the path by 1 centimeter, mission failed. It's like, damn, like I can't make mistakes
So,
like
so
that. I have to be that hardcore, like
you like
shit,
you like
Get your
games
shit
like
together, man.
Elden Ring.
huh?
Like Elden Ring. That's
It
super
doesn't have to be like
hardcore.
Elden Ring. Elden, that's a extreme. Like Assassin's Creed, for example, they'll give you time if you deviate a path because like, oh, it's kind of more realistic that way. Like, oh, I'm tailing a target. If I don't get them in my line of sight in a few seconds, all right, the mission failed. Cool. But GTA, you stray from it the second you do, or especially Red Dead 2, you fail. I remember when GTA 5 was being promoted, they made a whole thing about, and this goes back to I guess tampering expectations. So that's in the fault of oneself as well as the advertisers by saying, oh, the combat will be like at the time the Batman games, and there will be destruction when you smash into a concrete wall. That was not there. You can rob any establishment you see. That's also untrue. It was very rudimentary and basic.
Rudimentary. That's a big word.
Yeah, big word for Elmo. But yes,
Yeah.
it was just like meanwhile I'm seeing Dying Light. I could parkour in first person, do all these tricks and shit. Assassin's Creed, you
I
can
mean,
hide in little places, blend in with the crowd, do a whole bunch of different things. Granted, those games you couldn't go into every single building. Dying Light you could, which was fun.
Well,
it's a
here's the
different
thing,
game,
Wale.
man. Yeah, go ahead,
Well,
Bob.
here's the thing, Wale, though. To go back to your point about people saying like with GTA 5 when it came out that it's a cinematic masterpiece, I kind of relate that to like music in a sense and like
Mhm.
quality, right? I have this theory that like people who like say like the most mainstream of things that play into trends or play into like viral references a lot are considered masterpieces to specific people.
Mhm.
Those people don't consume a lot of that thing. To say, if you only consume mainstream music, To you, I'm not gonna throw nobody under the bus, but certain mainstream artists are going to seem like masterpieces. Their album's gonna seem a lot better, their music's gonna seem a lot better than it actually is to you
Drake.
because you I didn't want to say him, but since you put him out there, someone like Drake is a perfect example of that. If you don't listen to a lot of music, which I genuinely feel like a lot of his fan base
Duck and
don't,
cover.
I'm
I feel the
sorry.
fans
You can
coming.
come for me. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't feel a lot of Drake fans listen to a lot of different types of music that's not mainstream. Because if you did, you wouldn't tell me that what he does is not formulaic and repetitive. Now, if you get enjoyment out of that, cool. But just say that. But don't make it seem like he's doing something that's unique or creative or different. And that relates to GTA because the same thing can apply to GTA. I feel like a lot of the hype around GTA 6 is not just because of the 10-year layoff, but also because a lot of people who's gonna buy this game don't really play a lot of fucking video games for real.
I hear you, but then there's the aspect of there are video game focused channels that have a big following, and those
Mhm.
people who haven't been followed for years will say of all the games I play, and there'll be people that list a lot of games that you think, oh, they do know their way around the gaming backyard. Okay.
Mhm.
And they say the rudimentary statements you said, like, oh, it's a masterpiece. I'm like, how can you play all these games and say GTA in plot wise or character wise or gameplay wise is a masterpiece? I don't understand.
I feel like to say something's a masterpiece. I don't think I've ever played a game and was like, wow,
It's a
that's a masterpiece.
masterpiece.
Besides God of War, because I'm biased though. I'm biased, right?
It's not a word even that good.
What did you say?
It's good. God of War is good, but
But
as that as a masterpiece too.
I never played the game and I was like, yeah, finish. That was a masterpiece.
I've heard
I
mixed
never,
reviews on God of War.
huh?
I've heard mixed reviews on God of War.
I mean, everybody's gonna have mixed reviews, so it is what it is.
I'm just
I
saying.
really don't care. I play the game for myself, so
You don't multiplayer? You play video games by yourself?
I play multiplayer. I play RPG games as well.
Okay, that's fair. So you've never neither one of you played a video game and thought it was like a masterpiece.
I
Well, you
have.
said God of War, Hush.
What game do you say is a masterpiece?
I don't think I played a game that I thought was a
I was
masterpiece.
talking to Wale.
Oh, respectful.
Nah, bro, you say you don't play games like that.
I say I don't play anymore. I used to play all the time when I was younger.
What game do you think was really good? I should say.
I think for wrestling, I think SmackDown versus Raw 07 was great. In terms of Modern Warfare 2, I'm not gonna hold you. I really enjoyed the game, but I can also see why people say it's overrated. What else? I used to love the ESPN sports games, so like 2K5, 2K6 for basketball. Their football games like 2K7, I believe. Old Maddens I thought were great, especially like from like 05 to 08. NBA Live,
I
NBA Live 05. That's probably the closest game I would say that I would consider a masterpiece is NBA Live 05.
I have a hard time saying a game that comes out yearly is a masterpiece. That's just me personally.
Well, it depends because the games aren't created equal. So like for 2K fans, and you could
Those
test it.
animations go crazy.
But bro, 2K, a lot of people say 2K, what's the Kobe one? 2K10 or 2K11? I believe it's 2K11. A lot of people say that one's a masterpiece. A lot of people say 2K13 was a masterpiece.
Yeah,
For
it is.
2K series, I'm saying. I'm talking about for individual series, not in the big scope of gaming. But for the series itself, there are certain games that stand out over others. So, I usually only use the term masterpiece entertainment wise for like actual artwork or music, but that's just me though. But this kind of leads into
Oh wait, well, while they remember that question, but while they
okay, yeah.
his
So
masterpiece.
games I consider a masterpiece, right? My thoughts have changed a little bit, but overall, Halo 3, because story wise was great. It wrapped up the series at the time. It had great online content, great gameplay, great music. It was a very complete game with so much to offer that honestly, it puts a lot of games that come out today, content wise, to shame. Like they don't have half the content games back then had. There was another one. There
I feel
was
like
Kingdom Hearts 2. I did love Kingdom Hearts 2. That one was a freaking great ass game. I love that shit.
I feel like games shouldn't be classified or scaled in the same way because different games have different
Categories.
intentions. So like, Halo 3 or GTA San Andreas, 2K, whatever, Madden, like FIFA, like all these games have different purposes. So it's hard to scale them the same way in terms of the content because you're not playing this games for the same reasoning, if that makes sense.
I mean, especially for gaming awards, they have their own categories. So think of it as like movies. You have comedy, you have romance. Not saying that's gaming categories, but you got action, RPG, open world type stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
here's the
looking
thing,
at
though. When you play a game, though, you would expect to have it to things you can do in it, like different
Mhm,
modes, different options. Like 2K, you
mhm.
want different options of players. Like, say for example, if a 2K for all you 2K fans, the only basketball game I ever played was NBA Streets. That was lovely. Um, if you release 2K, what are they up to? 23 or something?
24.
Yeah, 24. They released all the teams had like no, there weren't that many teams. Say that how many teams are usually in a game?
30 of the present teams plus like they usually have classic retro teams. It usually depends.
All
But
star
how many
teams.
teams did? Like
Bet. So
15?
so take now imagine there was only 10 teams released in the latest 2K, as well as very limited move sets that a player can do or ways you can shoot and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Versus back then, 30 teams, many different players, so many different play styles, so many different modes, that kind of thing. You play a
Mm-hmm.
game for completeness and a sense of you got your money's worth. Did that game give you your money's worth as opposed to, especially in the same franchise, as opposed to years later with a new installment? That's what I think of when I think of, for the most part, in some cases, like as you said, Bobby, it is hard to compare different genres, but that's what I think of when I think of a masterpiece. Did this game feel complete to me?
Mm.
They're not necessarily perfect, but despite its possible flaws, does it have enough content? Does it have enough? Does it have enough for you to really bring out your imagination and I guess what you envisioned for the game?
And also the longevity of how long you can play the game.
That
Because
too, exactly.
if a game is good, but I can only play it like reasonably for about a month, I don't think that's a great game. A
I think
game
it can be. It just does. You
a
could watch.
month,
I could watch a movie and say that's a good movie, and not more watch it again.
then it's not a good movie.
Do you think Get Out's a good movie?
I think I think that's a masterpiece movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not watching that movie again. It's a great movie.
But what okay,
I just personally won't watch it again.
but what's your reasoning? It's not because the movie itself
It
isn't
just doesn't
worth
have
watching again.
it doesn't have replay value. Like I've seen everything that happens, and it's not the type Bobby. It's not the type of movie I want to see over and over again.
Okay, that's fair enough because I see what you mean by that because it's a social horror film, right? So and especially it resonates a lot with black people, especially black men, right? For obvious reasons. So I can understand you not wanting to relive the trauma of the innuendos within the movie. It's kind of similar to how people look at like To Pimp a Butterfly, which I think is a masterpiece album in
I know.
Kendrick's discography. And in hip hop, I think it's one of the greatest hip hop albums ever. But I can see why people don't replay it that often, even though I have multiple times, because I can see the value in continuously listening to it. But I can understand why someone, especially who looks like us, wouldn't want to keep listening to an album that's talking about hardships and the systems that are straining us as black people, especially black men. So that being said, that doesn't take away from how great the film is. You know what I'm saying? But for a video game, the purpose of a video game is for you to be playing it for a long stretch of time. It's not for you to play it for a few weeks. Because I guarantee you, you didn't play
If
God of War for just 2 weeks.
I finish God of War, it's done. If I ever finish Elden Ring, I am never playing that game again.
Why?
100% guaranteed. That game is way
Why?
too long.
But how long?
I can answer that. I can answer that for both actually.
Go for it.
And there's a reason why I can't replay God of War like that because if and here's again saying games come out in such a very interesting way that's not very accessible. God of War, that's basically an interactive movie. There's no skipping cutscenes. So you have to slip through all the slow parts over and over and over.
Oh,
I
that would
can't
piss
do
me
that.
off. That
Versus
would piss
games
me off.
back then, you can, if I want to re-watch the story, I'll sit there and wait. If I didn't want to, press start, cutscene, onward to the game.
Well, they do
I
that.
can't do that with God of War.
They do that on purpose because back then you would skip it and they'd be like, "What am I supposed to do now?"
That's your own fault. That's the whole point of the
Uh,
first playthrough.
I mean, what if you accidentally skip it? You're cooked.
Bro, you press start, you press down to skip cutscene option, and you go.
No, but sometimes it's you could press X and you skip the cutscene from back then.
Well, you better hope you didn't save.
But this is what I'm saying. They intentionally put it that you can't skip cutscenes because you're supposed to watch is it like you said it's supposed to be like a movie type thing. If you play
And
it over
also,
again,
I'm pretty sure if you skip like whatever it is, there's like a mission log or something to tell you what to do. That's
not
what.
for all the older games, not for all of them.
The
Well, and
reason
that's the
they
case
don't
of
want you
bad.
to
There was
the
bad
reason
game design choices. Then sometimes, like again, if that happened, I'd hope that game was designed good enough to facilitate that. Otherwise, then you have to catch up somehow or get up to date. But God of War, and plus it's the pacing. That's the problem. Like I get it. You want them to be immersed in the story, but if that's the case, how about when they beat it, add the skip cutscene option after they beat it, so they don't have to go through that shit, that slog every time.
it wouldn't make sense
No, it's
chronologically.
like a commercial, bro. You get to
Right.
get a snack, you get to, go to the bathroom, then come back and play
There's
again.
people, but here's the
Cutscenes.
thing. Hold on. There's people that just want because again, God of War has good entertaining combat. If I want to get to that bit, that good combat bit, I have to sit through that story every time.
It's like 2 minutes cutscene, bro. It's not
No,
that
it's
great.
not. It's not 2 minutes. It's not 2 minutes. Don't you
For
dare
each
lie.
each cutscene,
Don't you
it's like
lie.
2 minutes, and then you play,
Don't you lie.
and then you
Don't
play
you
again.
fucking lie.
Not in total, but it's like 2 minutes. Chat, 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 and then you play again. It's like a commercial,
No,
bro.
don't you lie.
The
It's like a
purpose,
commercial.
y'all not getting the vision. The purpose of the cutscenes is also to add value to the video game. If you go
No,
through,
I get the vision, bro.
but I'm saying though, if you skip all the fucking cutscenes, which I'm not gonna lie, that's something I would do. I'm a motherfucker. I want to get to the action. That's something I definitely did when I was a gamer. I'm not gonna hold you, but I also understand that if you skip all the cutscenes, you lose certain info and you lose the length and duration that adds to the value of the game. So the game feels faster. So then you don't want to play it as much. Hashim, Mr. I only want to play it once I'm finished with
I'll
it.
play God of War over again on different difficulty levels. I do,
Okay,
and I
that's
have,
fair enough. That's fair enough.
but
But you see, I'm not Hashim. I was so disappointed because there are games right that were notoriously hard. Kingdom Hearts, the first Kingdom Hearts game. Those who know, you know Riku. I'm just gonna say Riku.
mhm.
I know everyone who's played that game knows if you lost to him, guess what? You gotta go that same
Secret
scene
bosses
again,
too,
huh?
and then secret bosses too.
That's the secret. Oh my! If you lost to them, it literally became to a point where you memorized every subtitle. Like sometimes it came with subtitles. You memorized everything they said. That's how labor intensive it got. It's always nice to have options, and hopefully you design them correctly. So it's not, oh, I accidentally skipped a cutscene. First off, if you're accidentally skipping every single cutscene of the game,
Ain't an accident,
You're
buddy.
impatient. You be like, I need to get to the gameplay, boop, 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 and skip.
You
Oh
you
damn,
mash button that X. That shit. That's
Yup.
how that shit gets stuck right into the
because
controller.
all you gotta do is just put the controller down and just watch the cutscene first. Some games that's hard to do because
Or you could just leave your room and go get something to eat or drink and take a break and then come back when the cutscene's
yeah,
over.
because you come back and you come back late. You already did.
Hey, be better. You won't
point
be dead.
is, shit, I lost the whole point. Point is,
Off the plot?
oh, and Elden Ring too. Elden Ring, that game's just a bunch of bullshit. I am not charging through all that bullshit again. I beat it once. I'm not playing that shit ever again.
It's just
Like
a
the
long.
style
It's
of,
a long story. That's and then to go through it
you
again.
want to call it a story, but sure.
What
But
is the
back to
point of Elden Ring? I've never played it, but I
Hardship.
always hear about it.
Suffering and hardship.
Suffering and hardship.
That's facts.
That sounds like
I'm dead serious.
Facts. Survival.
that sounds like a Black person's life. So
Back to GTA, please, please, please.
okay, so my question is to kind of like not wrap it up, but kind of like get to the gist is like, what would you guys consider the most overrated game series that you've either played or seen and said, I don't get the hype, I don't get the love, I don't get why people are infatuated with this game so much, especially from a gamer's perspective?
Hashin, you're first.
I'm thinking that's a hard question. I see the hype for, although like it's a very difficult game, I see the hype for Elden Ring. It looked amazing. It's difficult, so it's not an easy game. It's super open world. I'm trying to think. Sports game, it's just every year it's a different. You gotta have new players coming in the league. You might want to go play with them. All right, cool.
Wait, you said game or series, Bobby?
Series.
Series?
It could be an individual game if you want to
Gaming
make
series?
Okay.
Yes, game series, like a
Okay.
franchise. If you want to make
franchise, say game franchise. That's
game franchise. Now, if you want to do an individual game to make it easier, if you really think it's overrated, then you could do that as well.
Overrated? Oh, I could say Fortnite. Fortnite's kind of overrated. And I play Fortnite.
What is the hype with Fortnite? I swear to God, it's for people who
get dances. You can be toxic. You get to play with toxic? Your friends. You can be toxic.
How can you be toxic?
You be toxic in any game,
right?
No, but I'm saying you can play with you can play with squad. You play with 4 people, so it's a group thing. You can talk.
There's many games that do that.
Damn, let me finish. I'm just telling you the aspect of what could make it appealing to people. There, I'm not saying that that's the only game that has it.
You got it.
It's one. It's one.
You got it. You got it. Please, Linda, please. You got it.
Royal. What the hell is it called?
Royal Battle.
Yeah, Royal Battle games. So especially that it came out and it got really popular during COVID, where everybody's inside. You want to talk to your friends while playing the game. Boom, you can play this. Everybody on it. Go ahead. Bobby, yes, you with your hand raised in the back. Yes.
Okay. It's great. You even call me by my name.
I said Bobby. Yes.
This nigga. Anyway, the question I had was, you mentioned the fact that how you can be toxic on the game. What did you mean by that, sir?
You could dance on people after you knock them down. You could carry them and heal them so they don't die.
While they're toxic.
Bro, imagine you're knocked down and they're carrying you for the rest of the game, the rest of the 10-minute game.
Is that a bad thing? Isn't that them trying to like revive you or trying?
No, it's not your teammates, Bobby. It's the person that knocked you down.
Oh, it's the ops. The ops are carrying you.
Yeah.
Damn.
They could throw boogie bombs and make you dance. They have like 10 boogie bombs and all they do is dancing with you.
Damn, they dance on your body? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Never would I ever let it run a gamer 8 pounds top of my dead corpse. That's crazy, bro.
Anyway, so how should you say Fortnite?
Yeah, I say Fortnite.
Okay. That's my honorary mention. You said I'm not gonna be the same one as you, but that's a great ass choice, which I agree with.
Choice. I'm kind of tight too.
Dips. Yep.
Another honorary mention I will say is COD, but the game that I really, yeah, COD is like it's legit been the same for years, and it's like they seem to be less in content as the years gone on. So, like you said, Modern Warfare 2, and I've heard people say, even COD fans say that's the best one. And I'm like, I've seen bits of it, and I'm like, yeah, I can understand why that's liked. I can't understand why the rest of these keep getting sales and shit all this time, and people can say, oh yeah, you probably play Pokemon. I play real games like COD. Like, shut the fuck up.
That elitist thing people like doing.
Yeah, like bro, like COD is a joke in the gaming community, kinda. So it's like, oh, you must play COD or something because you like to go run and gun and shit and die. But anyways, the game I say that's overrated, and this is recently too. I'm gonna say Souls games, primarily Elden Ring, and the reason why I say that is because Elden Ring, it's a fine game. It's a fine game. Don't get me wrong. But it's like I said, state of the gaming industry now. That game has got praised because it's a complete game. It's a novelty concept. You finish your game with actual content and things to do and length. It's been such a lost thing. People are praising this game because of it. You're a warrior called the Tarnished. You're brought to these unknown lands to bring some balance to this godforsaken world, which every Souls game is. It's a dead, fucking decrepit world. It's devoid of all life. But you are tasked with slaying the gods that plague this land, the false prophets. The false prophets that bring chaos, right? So you're playing this game. Odds are the first thing you see will kill you.
Damn.
You can try to fight it, but you probably will die. And that'll be his first little lesson. You will learn that it's hard. And I get it. It's a part of challenge. But the more you progress, the more you level up, you're fighting characters who seem like they're from a completely different fucking game. They're from Spider-Man. You're supposed to be this guy who's tasked with or girl to destroy gods. These gods are bouncing up off the walls and on the arena and shit, and you're this little bitch with molasses for legs trying to run around this shit.
That dodge, bro.
Fuck the dodge. Oh, this that little heavy ass dodge rolling shit that you can't do in intervals. You can't cancel out of the attacks. Like if I swing, I'm stuck in that animation. You will not be able to fight back once that animation is over. Meanwhile, you got a fucking samurai god over here who's cut the world 10,000 times around you by the time you moved. That shit is annoying to me. I hate that shit.
Yeah, parry.
Hashim. To me personally, I've played many different action games where the combat aspect is much more entertaining. I can feel if I fuck up, that's on me. But if I fuck up in Elden Ring or these Souls games, you go on YouTube too. 99% of the time, it's the fucking game's bullshit mechanic, bro.
But I say that is the point in the game though, because there's no difficulty level. It's just hard. That's it.
I get that, but to me, it's artificial difficulty. It's very artificial.
That was wild sus, Bobby.
Yeah, I peeped it. I don't know why he did that.
Hey,
but
listen, keep going, brother. Keep going. Keep it going.
I feel like it's hard just for the sake of it. It's no thought out there's no thought out process for it. It's just to be cheap. There are people that are saying they're cheap bosses. There are harder little sub enemy minions that are harder than some of the fucking final bosses. Why is that fair? How the fuck? And on top of that, and here's the kicker. Fuck the combat.
This man still going with the ring. God damn.
Fuck the combat. I'm sorry. Fuck combat. The story, the lore. It's the same shit over and over again. There's barely any characters. I don't care what's going on. There's no mission log to keep track of who talked to whom, what you gotta do. And by the time you finish the game, it comes to the same damn endings. You preserve the status quo, you break the world down, or something in between. It's the same shit every time.
Fortnite is a very good answer. Even though I've never played it, it just everything about it just screams TikTok adjacent game. Call of Duty, I could see because I've heard plenty of people since I was in high school saying Battlefield's better. But this is an easy thing. It's 2K. And let me tell you why it's 2K, right? Because we all know as a community that's played 2K since we were children, that 2K is mid as hell, right? But yet every year people keep playing 2K. They keep buying it. They keep supporting it. They keep tweeting about it. They keep showing, oh, look at the gameplay. Look at the gameplay. Even though the AI sucks almost every year. Shot releases change year after year. You can't get a consistent shot release.
Those graphics suck.
The graphics don't seem
Yeah, graphics got a lot better. If you compare the games from like 10 to now.
Yes. The graphics do get better, but they spend so much time on the graphics that they don't try to improve the actual game modes so that you can have more to do. Because honestly, most people get most of the value from 2K from playing online. If you don't play online, you ass out. I'm sorry. You at that point, good luck having something to do beyond 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's so you want to talk about restrictive, Wale? 2K is real life restrictive if you don't play My Park or Blacktop or anything online based. If you just do play now or just the game mode with the season, which I was association mode person, so that entertained me. But outside of that, if you're not playing online, it's you cooked. You cooked, filleted, fried, all that. So 2K is the easy answer for me.
I mean,
Right.
you know what to expect when you bought the game. So
But that's the thing.
No, you,
They're
wait, no, you don't.
marketing.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, you
you
kind
do.
of do. 2K, yes.
You do.
No, you do. I ain't gonna hold you. You do.
Ain't
Every
that much
year.
different from the year before and the year before that.
It's the same complaints. They changed up one little tweak to make it somewhat better, and they do the little patches. But for the most part, it's the same goddamn game every year. The hype around
I
it is
tried to help.
because
Okay.
no, but the hype around it is because people want it, like Hashim said, they want to play with new players. They want to play with certain teams that they think is going to be OP, and they want to play online. That is the appeal of the game. It's not because the game itself is improving. No, it isn't. I'm sorry.
There's not much to improve on sports games.
Yes, there is, bro.
2K don't have things they can improve on.
Bro, learn from the damn street games, bro. I'm telling you, make them do tricks or something. I don't know. There's something that can be done there.
It's not realistic though. The 2K aspect, they ain't doing slip and slide off the easy.
Bro,
I'm not
2K
saying
is
do
not
that.
realistic.
I'm not saying do that. Do things to like juke people or something. It doesn't have to do like
Yeah,
triple dunk, double dunk stuff.
You can do a hezzy.
Hashim, 2K itself is not realistic, bro. They be messing up people's ratings and through shots, dunking, defense, all type of ratings they mess up. So it's already not realistic. So what's the point at that point?
More realistic than NBA Street.
And NBA Street was more fun.
Yeah, because it's not realistic.
Okay, then. So if we not gonna make a realistic effort, then let's just do it. Then just go all out. Why you half assing me? Why you half assing me?
What 2K do to you, bro? Who beat you so bad in 2K, man?
Listen, first of all, I never had to give up the sticks, brother. So let's pipe that down. You could have definitely got this worked if I still play 2K.
Hey yo.
Pause!
Yeah, it was a wild.
Wrap it up. Wrap.
I mean, I said I ain't never put down the sticks.
Hey, wrap it up. I'm done. Wrap it up.
All right, guys. Looking forward to GTA 6 in 2025. Let us know what you think.
Oh wait, no, that's assuming it doesn't get delayed, and which it will. Which good for you, motherfuckers.
Bro, we really gonna be 30 by the time the game come out. For realistically, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Y'all gonna be 30. I'm not gonna be 30 yet. Y'all gonna be 30 by the time it come out. So that's kind of crazy, but you know.
Okay. You're gonna reach there eventually. God bless. I don't think I even get in the game, but for those that do get the game, let us know if you want the game, what you're looking forward to. Do you think it's overrated? What's the most overrated game you know? And whose opinion do you agree with most in this episode? There's a lot of stuff going on in this episode. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, smash the like button, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, and follow us on Spotify. If you want to be a guest, I know some people have reached out. We'll get to those episodes eventually.
Go ahead.
What?
I forgot. Y'all been all right.
No, and see you guys soon. Peace.
All right, go ahead, Wale. What? Oh,
Why